Replacing a draft inducer motor is not the same as replacing the furnace circulation blower. The inducer works on the combustion and venting side. It must establish the correct draft before ignition, keep combustion products moving through the heat exchanger and vent, and preserve sealed condensate and pressure sensing paths. A new motor that spins but leaks at the collector box, traps water in a pressure tube, or has the wrong wheel and port geometry can still fail the pressure switch test and can create a dangerous combustion problem. Start with the furnace sequence. A heat request reaches the control. The control confirms that limits are closed and that the pressure switch begins in the required state. Then the inducer starts. Only after the required draft is proved does the control permit ignition and gas flow. Flame must then be proved, and the inducer normally continues through the heat cycle and post-purge. This means a pressure switch fault is not automatic proof of a bad inducer. Before ordering parts, record the exact furnace model, serial number, orientation, fuel, stage or modulating configuration, and the complete fault code history. Follow the unit service procedure to check the vent termination, intake where fitted, condensate drain and trap on condensing furnaces, pressure tubing and pickup ports, wiring, connectors, wheel condition, and the collector box seal. A blocked flue, water-filled tube, cracked hose, loose connector, damaged wheel, failed control or restricted heat exchanger can imitate an inducer failure. Live voltage and pressure diagnosis belongs to a licensed HVAC professional using the exact wiring diagram, rated instruments and manufacturer test points. Never bypass a pressure switch, rollout switch, limit, door interlock or flame safeguard to make a furnace run. A proving device is not the obstacle, it is evidence that the combustion path has reached the state required before fuel is released. Build a replacement passport from the exact appliance documentation. Match the approved inducer kit or assembly, supply voltage and frequency, stage or speed function, rotation, wheel and housing, motor connector and ground, pressure ports, thermal devices, mounting pattern, exhaust fitting, condensate orientation, gasket, and permitted furnace positions. Similar looking inducers can have different pressure performance and sealing geometry. Do not select from motor wattage or mounting diameter alone. Replacement begins with the licensed service boundary. Lower the thermostat request, shut off the gas supply as the manufacturer procedure requires, disconnect every electrical source, apply the applicable lockout or tagout procedure, control stored energy, and verify de-energization. The furnace may have more than one power switch. Let hot surfaces cool, use suitable gloves around sharp sheet metal edges, and follow the exact equipment manual and local fuel gas requirements. Before disconnecting anything, photograph the complete assembly. Label the power harness, separate ground, pressure switch tubing, condensate connections, exhaust fitting, thermal limit or switch assemblies, and every mounting point. Record hose routing and orientation, do not trust color or memory. Support the exhaust connection and nearby tubing so removing the inducer does not crack a fitting or distort the vent. Now follow the model-specific removal order. Disconnect the harness and ground. Remove only the pressure switch, limit, drain and vent connections identified by the service procedure. Loosen the exhaust clamp or fitting. Remove the specified fasteners and lift the complete inducer assembly away from the collector box. Capture any condensate and prevent water from entering controls. Do not pry against the heat exchanger or reuse a damaged gasket. Clean only the approved sealing surface without scratching or deforming it. Install the new gasket in the stated orientation. Place the replacement assembly on its locating features and tighten fasteners in the sequence and torque specified for that kit. There is no universal inducer torque. Reconnect the exhaust fitting so it is supported, aligned, and leak-free. Restore every drain, trap and condensate connection exactly as required for the furnace position. Reconnect pressure tubes to their correct ports, with no cracks, kinks, sags, water traps or blocked pickups. Reinstall any pressure switch assembly and thermal limit in the documented position, then restore the harness and protective ground. Never adjust or substitute a pressure switch simply to match an inducer. The switch, tubing, ports, vent system and inducer form one proving circuit. Before restoring energy, inspect the wheel path where permitted, fasteners, wiring clearance, ground, gasket perimeter, vent joint and drains. Clear tools and people, reinstall all access panels and guards, then follow the approved startup procedure. Observe the complete sequence: inducer start, stable draft-proof, ignition, flame-proof, heat operation and post-purge. Confirm that condensate drains and that no abnormal rubbing, vibration or cycling appears. Final acceptance is more than the furnace lights. A qualified technician must verify the pressure signal against the exact service data, check vent and collector box integrity, confirm electrical load and inducer operation, and perform the combustion and carbon monoxide checks required by the manufacturer and local rules. If draft still fails, stop. Do not increase switch sensitivity or bypass a safeguard, return to the vent, condensate, pressure path, installation, heat exchanger and control evidence. The professional replacement is a sealed combustion path restoration. Diagnose first, match the exact kit, isolate gas and electricity, preserve every port and hose, replace the gasket, restore the vent and condensate paths, then prove the full ignition sequence. For an OEM review, send the furnace plate, inducer label, fault codes, assembly and vent photos, wiring and port details, and measured operating evidence to longwellfans.com/contact.